G'day everybody and welcome back to Starcub Review. I'm your host as always, Starcub, and today's review is going to be a movie review which me and my husband saw with two friends a couple of days ago, and that is the final film in this franchise, The Conjuring Last Rites. And wow, do I have lots to say about this. Absolutely fantastic end to the franchise. It was absolutely amazing film, and not only that, but it was made so much better by the audience that we had at the cinema this particular night, pretty much opening night, and it was absolutely hilarious and funny and just made the movie so much more enjoyable with the audience's participation in this, and that's pretty much by accident. But before I get into that, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone new to my channel, subscribers as well. Thanks so much, guys. I really do appreciate it. To everyone that is returning and still watching my videos and commenting, you know I all love and appreciate you. It really does help out my channel, but it also shows that you guys care as well, which is really, really good, because it really builds up my confidence doing these videos, and yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. So without further ado, I'll let the introduction credits roll, and then I'll see you after that. Okay, everybody, I am back. So this is a review for The Conjuring Last Rites. And I just want to say, hands off the bat, this film was amazing. It was fun, it was great, it was enjoyable from start to finish, regardless of whether there are other movie reviewers out there on YouTube that I've seen that either love it or trash it. I don't really base my reviews off them, because a lot of the trash talk is a lot of the trash talk is about the Warrens and all of that, and I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about my review for it. It was great. This film dives into the young Ed and Lorraine Warren in the 60s, which was really great to see how they what this particular case causes them to pretty much give up what they're doing, and then obviously takes back the case and investigate the Smurl family, as they are haunted by some demons. And again, the cast is absolutely cast really well. Vera Farmiga as Lorraine Warren and Patrick Wilson as Ed Warren were absolutely fantastic. Love seeing them on screen. They have so much good chemistry in these films, and it really does show. And their portrayal of Ed and Lorraine Warren is absolutely fantastic. Don't let anyone else tell you any different. They were absolutely cast brilliantly. Mia Tomlinson as Judy Warren, Ed and Lorraine's daughter. She was amazing in this film. She had a huge role in this film, and she really stepped up the plate, and it was fantastic. It was great to see her on film. Ben Hardy as Tom Spira, which is Judy's boyfriend. He was fantastic. Can't fault him there. He was absolutely fantastic, and there's some really heartfelt moments in it, and also some really funny, sort of like, have that sort of break the tension with all the horror. There's a bit of comedy in there, so that was great. And the Smurl family, Rebecca Calder as Janet Smurl, Elliot Cohen as Jack Smurl, Keela Lord Cassidy as Heather Smurl, Bo Gadsden as Dawn Smurl, Molly Cartwright as Shannon Smurl, and the list goes on. There's quite a number, because there's quite a few Smurls that are in this, but everyone that was cast as the Smurl family were absolutely fantastic. The terror, the fear that they experienced while being haunted by these particular demons is terrifying. It had some absolutely marvelous gory, gory and bloody moments in this, and it was good. It was great. Some really good jump scares that didn't see coming, and it's made all the better by this movie experience, because the night that me and my husband and our two friends happened to go and watch the premiere of this movie at a theatre, there were lots of people there that decided to bring their young kids to an R-rated horror film. Idiots. But you can imagine what happens next. When there's scary bits of jump scares, all we hear is screaming after yelling. We even heard one kid crying at one point. It was absolutely glorious. It was freaking funny as hell. And even the other people, the adults that were in the theater, there were quite a few that were going, "Oh no, bro, we can't do that. Oh no, don't go in there." And it's like, oh my God. The audience were fantastic, and it just made the movie experience so much better, because people were screaming and yelling and going, "Oh no," and it made the experience so much better. Like, oh my God, it was fantastic. I had a fantastic night. The reactions from people were spot on, like, oh my God. And it's basically, this film is the Warrens going to investigate the Smurl case, where their daughter becomes quite a big part of it as well, and the daughter is connected to this case involving a mirror from one of the old cases that they had done in the 60s, and it follows them to the Smurl family. And basically, from there, you get the gist of it. This was one of their last cases before they pretty much left what they were doing, and this was the last case they did, and then they went on to consult people and that over the phone, but they didn't actively do any more exorcisms or, visiting people's houses and whatnot. Their career basically went in another way, which is sad, because I really like the Warrens, just their history, the cases. It's very, very fascinating. Amityville is one of the most famous cases, and all the other cases, and then it brings back their old cases as well. Like a really poignant, touching moment is over the years with some of the other Conjuring films, the families that were involved in the other cases, they were all at the end in a particular scene where Judy gets married. Spoiler alert, where she gets married. Ed and Lorraine Warren's daughter gets married, and the other families that were involved in other cases are there to celebrate the wedding. So that was a really touching moment. But as a whole, this really does conclude the Conjuring franchise as a whole. It basically ends it on a really good note before it becomes stale. I love the Conjuring films. I don't think any of them are stale. But this one really did close it off in such a way where, this is the one that we wanted to focus on. They wanted to focus on. They got it done. They did an absolutely fantastic job. $55 million budget and $187 million at the box office so far in 3 days. I mean, come on, hello. Horror wins again, people. Like, honestly, it blew the box office away, and it's an absolute win for New Line Cinema and Warner Brothers. So there you go. That's absolutely fantastic. And I knew this film was going to do great. I knew it was going to beat the competition. And Conjuring films always do. They're an absolute fantastic franchise to watch, and this one really did go all out. It did what it needed to do and to close it out before before they could do any more with it and continue it where it could become stale. So it ends on a really good note, and that's what I liked about it. But overall, the Conjuring franchise as a whole, I really, really like, and Ed and Lorraine Warren are very, very interesting people to me, and as many controversies and trash talking that people make, and people talk about them and say that they're fake, they're horrible, horrible people. Don't believe everything that you hear, because a lot of what is spoken about the Warrens is rolled up in controversies, and it even states at the end in a disclaimer, among all the controversies and talk and articles and that you hear about the Warrens, what they did, how they helped people and whatnot, at the end of the day, they were the pioneers that brought paranormal investigations to a forefront. They were the lead in what a lot of people do today in paranormal investigations. And they were some of the first that, were sanctioned without having to directly go to the Vatican every time to get permission to do an exorcism or whatnot. So as many controversies as there are about them, and you hear all this bullshit that they're absolutely horrible people, that's other people's opinions, and I've seen videos out there slandering them and stuff like that, but I choose not to believe any of that, because a lot of what people talk about them is absolute rubbish, in my opinion, because there are other people that have spoken up about the Warrens and said that in other cases, that they helped the families move on. They did great work within what they did, regardless of whether some people trash talk them and say that they're absolutely horrible people, and Ed was in some sort of abused children and abused girls and whatnot. None of that is true, and I have seen quite a number of YouTubers. I'm not going to even mention them, because I think it's disgusting the way that they talk about the Warrens without any factual basis for any of it, because some of the stuff that these people talk about has been actually disputed by their daughter, Ed and Lorraine's daughter herself, and Judy's husband, and other people that knew them on the cases, that said that absolutely unfounded. They were absolute slander, and it's not true. And they were absolutely fantastic people, in my opinion. And from what I know as well is Vera Farmiga got very close to Lorraine Warren while doing these Conjuring films, and she saw a side to her that was absolutely genuine, and you can't fault the woman. And it's just a shame that a lot of people choose to believe all this bullshit and trash talk about the Warrens, regardless of whether someone from one of their previous cases said that they were told that they had to do this and had to do that, and they couldn't talk to Ed and Lorraine Warren and blah blah blah. That's coming out of someone else's mouth. But what's truth and what's not, you know what I mean? And I choose to believe that they helped a lot of people. Thousands of cases that they did, they helped a lot of people with infestations and to get rid of evil spirits and stuff like that. And yeah, I truly believe that these are what the Conjuring films are about, showcasing some of their cases. Some of the films do take certain liberties and, blow it out a little bit more. But you know what? Overall, the cases are real. So regardless of whether a lot of people trash talk them or they really enjoy the Warrens, I really enjoy their cases. It's absolutely fascinating to me that the career that they've had was absolutely fascinating. It was absolutely top notch, and the experiences they had with other people, and movies made about them, TV series made about them, and documentaries. It's just very, very interesting to see their career paths and the way that they did certain things and how these cases affected them over the years, and, you know, with their museum and all of their trinkets that they collected over the years, items and that, you know, from infestations, is absolutely fascinating to me, and I can't see why anyone would want to friggin' trash talk them. But you know what? People are going to do that regardless, but I'm urging people to make their own minds up. Go and see the movie, go and watch the Conjuring films, because they're absolutely fascinating, and they're just great to watch overall. They're just great to watch. And it's based on Ed and Lorraine Warren, for Christ's sake, about some of their cases that they did. Whether you choose to begrudge them and choose to talk trash about them and hate on them, you know, like other people do, especially on TikTok, and I've seen people trash talk them. They're just disgusting people that choose to be absolutely hateful because they've heard that supposedly the Warrens did this and that they were awful people, when there's actually stuff to dispute that they weren't. So you make your own minds up, people. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this film. Absolutely fantastic. The cast and crew were fantastic. Soundtrack was fantastic. Story really goes all out. The scares are fantastic, and I enjoyed this film overall. What do I give it out of 10? I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It was absolutely fantastic. Great way to end the franchise. And yeah, well, go watch it, people. Make your own minds up. Ed and Lorraine Warren, people. Vera Farmiga and Patrick Wilson did an absolutely brilliant job as the Warrens. And their careers are all the better for it, because they were absolutely fantastic. Other than that, thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stick around for more videos to come, and don't forget to click like, subscribe, and notification bell to keep up to date with all my content. And yeah, I will see you all again very, very soon. Alright guys, ciao.